He's brimful of quality. Top players, skillful players, the right age, right experience. Yeah, I think you would have to consider them to be one of the favourites, but certainly one of the contenders for the World Cup when they do eventually qualify.
Of the teams that finish second, there are 9 groups in Europe. 8 of those teams go into the playoffs for 4 places, so one of those teams will miss out. It could actually be Greece. They're under a little bit of pressure from the other teams that are currently second in their group, and you discount the result against the worst team, so that would be Gibraltar in this group. So a draw, even if a draw effectively would still see Belgium win the group, it's much better than a defeat for Greece. It's that close for them to get into the playoffs. When you get there, you might be facing the likes of Portugal or Italy. It's a tough campaign, very much tougher now, of course, than the Euros. Now that the Euros has got big, that qualifying campaign lacks a little bit of the competitive edge of the World Cup qualifiers, where you've got to go straight in, you've got to be good from the off, and mistakes can be very costly very quickly. Greece in white and Belgium in red. Eden Hazard left out of the team, having played against Gibraltar the other night. So Fellaini, one of the players, coming back in. Vincent Kompany is injured and pulled out of the squad. Axel Witsel suspended after getting a straight red card against Gibraltar. Mitroglou, the main striker for Greece, hasn't made it. It's their main line of team use. Sorsidis as well, experienced player, so 1 or 2 important players missing on both teams. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, took on the cross early. Socrates cleared. He's back in the team tonight, having been suspended for the Estonia game. Greece very disappointing against Estonia. This has been better from them tonight. Vertonghen over the head of Lukaku, away by Savelas. Fortunis tripped by, I think it was Dembele rather than Fellaini.
Dembele's got to be careful. Spoken to a couple of times in the first half by the referee for similar offences. Can Belgium get more crosses into the box to try and get some more service, good quality service to Lukaku? That was lacking in the first 45 minutes from Roberto Martinez's team.
Offside against the pacey Donis, the 21-year-old, just making his way, start of his international career with Stuttgart in Germany.
It's very close, isn't it?
Ran along the line, though, for the convenience of the assistant referee.
Carrasco was the deepest.
He's come closest to scoring. Staffelidis touched onto the post. His long-range effort. Kevin De Bruyne. It's a big Belgian team looking for Fellaini. It's dropped in the penalty area. Marlon got the touch. It was Manolas who cleared. Meunier, left back, scored an international hat-trick the other night against Gibraltar from right back, or right wing back. A little careless from Belgium. Donis, fouled by Meunier. The referee lost patience. Let quite a few things go in the first half. Yellow card for Thomas Meunier.
No complaints from the Belgium defender, Meunier. totting up process, I think, rather than just aimed at him. A number of fouls by the Belgian players that they had been warned.
It's a decent ball whipped in towards Fortunis. Couldn't control the header.
See the foul by Meunier on Donis. Cross into the box, and Fortunis getting himself in a decent position. Just out of reach, wasn't it, for him to knock back across goal.
Stapelidis fouled by Dembele. Will go into the book as well. It's been spoken to lots of times, as you said a moment ago, Terry. No surprise. Caution.
Yep. Isn't it? And they clearly pulled Stapelidis. Been warned on 3 or 4. Wall either, so Courtois must believe that it's going to be clipped into the box.
Polish referee Szymon Masiniak. There is no wall, so goes through the motions anyway. Kostas Stapelidis. Savelas. Oh, good movement by Zeka. Was still there. It was Carrasco who got back and made a really important. It's clipped in. It's volleyed away by Fellaini. It's a clumsy touch by Savelas. And the isolated Lukaku loses.
Greece have the look of a team that fancy their chances in the second half. Certainly looking to test the resolve of the Belgium team, aren't they?
Here's Vertonghen. And Carrasco back in his own penalty area defending a few moments ago. Fellaini to Dembele. To De Bruyne. Alderweireld looking towards Lukaku. Not many touches of the ball Romelu Lukaku has had this evening. Precious view.
It's just surprising with the wing-backs that Belgium play, that they don't get more crosses into the box. Of course, Meunier had that spectacular game against Gibraltar with a hat-trick and involved in 4 of the other goals as well. He hasn't been able to get himself in those attacking positions on a frequent basis in this match.
And Lukaku uses his strength to win possession in a series of touches. Dembele to De Bruyne to Mertens. Socrates stuck in a toe and cleared. Savelas. There's no foul there, even though he ends up on the seat of his pants. Well, they do have good options on the bench. Belgium, of course. World-class options. Another fit and ready to go. Maniatis. Was a gap appeared through the middle for Zeka to try to exploit. Manolas with a strong header forward, away though by Vertonghen. Carrasco. Chance to run at players that he does so well, and is shot down, and the Belgians demand a yellow card. We've been on the receiving end of a couple, so it's no surprise. Samaris first into the book. for Greece.
Carrasco looked to be on the march, didn't he? It's a crude challenge from Samaris.
Siolis had the first go, didn't he? But he couldn't reach him. Here's Carrasco. Vermaelen recalled tonight for Belgium. As was Fellaini. Carrasco. Zeka got there. He was never running out of play, though. Took a gamble there. Zeka. But now they might just be able to break. And the pace of Donis has got them up the pitch again.
He carries the ball really well, doesn't he? Using his pace. Aggressive player as well. Willing to run with the ball, hold off challenges physically.
Samaris to Stefanis. Sabelas. Siolis plays his club football in Saudi Arabia. Siolis. Oh, it's a slight effort by Carrasco. Zeka, man penalised.
Certainly doing their best to force back Belgium, and Carrasco is almost playing as a left back, isn't he, in the second half? On 2 or 3 occasions has come to the aid of the 3-man central defence system for Belgium.
Here he is again, Yannick Carrasco to Fellaini. The belly. Carrasco. Oh, it's delivered in, and Meunier was making the run into the penalty area, one wing back to the other.
A glimpse there of the tactical system that Roberto Martinez employs. You said one wing back to the other. One with a right-footed cross, swinging it in goalwards. And Meunier on the far post, just out of reach, the right-sided player. Zeka was started in an offside position.
Stapalidis to Sabelas, to Stapalidis again. Just a throw for Belgium. Fellaini winning his 76th cap tonight. Dries Mertens spotted the gap, and he's found Carrasco. They are in behind this time. Decided to try and cut back inside Zeka. And Carrasco blocked by Maniatis. De Bruyne. Van der Weireld, and Mertens goes for the 1-2. Maniatis away. And Samaris for Tunis. No foul, but the ball cleanly there by Vermaelen. And clean enough for the referee. And Belgium carry on. This won't be popular. Van der Weireld to Meunier. De Bruyne. And Meunier again. It should just be a goal kick.
With a challenge from behind. Possibly could have been a foul. Should have been a foul.
Got away with the old trick of pointing at the ball that players try all the time.
That he never touched. I think it actually came off the Greece player. He may have got a touch, but he certainly went through the back of Tunis.
Greece have got Cyprus away and then finish at home to Gibraltar. As Belgium go away to Bosnia. They're at home to Cyprus, so they've stacked up a couple of their awkward away games towards the end of the campaign. They're in a very strong position, hugely positive goal difference. Made the most of their games against Gibraltar, 6-0 and 9-0. Also got 10 goals in the 2 games against Estonia. Sabelas. Meunier to Alderweireld. An hour played.
Greece are certainly making a real scrap of it in the second half, aren't they? And just in the desire of Belgium to get involved in that scrap. Early part of the season, you mentioned about the big clubs that the Belgian players play for. And Greece are just testing that result to see that determination, to see whether Belgium are up for the fight and the scrap.
Pros and cons of having all your players at big clubs, of course. If they all do, as I said, all 11 outfield players are with clubs that would hope to get through the Champions League group stage. There's a lot of football matches to be played between now and mid-June of 2018 for these players. And this one has been a tough one. A couple of Spurs players combining there, Dembele and Vertonghen. Here's Napoli's Dries Mertens. Lukaku looking for Mertens again. It comes to De Bruyne. He's popped it through and Carrasco chases it. Mertens would have been offside if it had gone closer to him. Lukaku. Well defended by Socrates.
He's grateful for any service, isn't he, Romelu Lukaku? Feels that Fellaini's playing in a more attacking position than he did in the first half. First half he was pretty much alongside Dembele, but when Belgium do have possession, Fellaini's quick to get himself into the final third. Which hasn't functioned correctly, as if for Belgium so far as an attacking part of their game.
Lukaku to Mertens, given away. The back pass just a little short, but Canisius of Watford comes to clear. Vertonghen has found De Bruyne somehow. Meunier given away to Stapalidis. The effort, the work rate of the Greek players has been well appreciated by the home supporters. They weren't so impressed in the 0-0 against Estonia. Different expectations, of course, taking on Estonia at home. Alderweireld. Meunier to the Spurs man, or one of the Spurs players on this team. De Bruyne to Alderweireld. In towards Fellaini, and Fellaini looking for Lukaku. Unable to find him. Fortunis has given that away. Greece can't afford to be careless with possession when they do get the chance. Alderweireld has dug out a cross. Away by Manolas. Mr. Dembele. And Fortunis. And Donis will make it awkward for Vertonghen. Small and determined, aggressive young number 11. And the referee happy with the challenge there by Vertonghen. Vertonghen not happy with Donis. De Bruyne.
There's a couple of opportunities, wasn't there, for Donis to find a teammate, but I think he was trying to find some contact. Threw himself to the ground eventually.
It's Fellaini. Carrasco. And Carrasco lines up an attempted goal. Tries to weave towards the penalty area. Stopped temporarily. Mertens in. Meunier, who couldn't control it. And again, Belgium win it back, and Donis just smashes it away to get a few seconds of respite.
Donis, I can't imagine he's going to be able to go the full 90 minutes with the amount of work that he's put in, and something the coaches going to have to be aware of. You feel that if Greece do tire and slow down, Belgium will take control of the game. They do really lack width at times, though, don't they, Belgium? It's Fellaini who drops into a wide position. Ideally, you'd like him in the box on the end of this cross.
Instead, it's Meunier, but he's offside.
You see, Santos Donis twisting and turning.
Skipper, the coach of Greece, he thought it was a foul on his number 11.
In an offside position on that far post if you reach in distance. The assistant referee's flag does go up. Meunier and Carrasco are natural players to give width, aren't they? But on so many occasions they want to come and play in field as well. You've already got De Bruyne and Mertens there. It's a packed, compact defence. You do need that width. Belgium have been lacking so far in this match.
Maniatis recalled tonight in place of Rexos, who's a very highly rated teenager who played right back Thursday. Giannis presumably coming on somewhere down the left flank for Greece. We'll see how that works out in a moment. Is Zeka. Zeka's whipped it in, but over the head of Donis. Little touch there, almost inadvertent from Toby Alderweireld. Corner, a bonus one for Greece.
Yep, he'll claim he was unaware that there was nobody anywhere near attacking that cross. Once it gone over the head of the Donis. Necessary corner. Belgium are going to have to defend.
So it's looking like a straight swap then for Stapalidis from that left side, but he's come closer than anybody else to scoring this evening. I'm guessing he would have been quite long odds as the first goal scorer, Stapalidis. And it's the first cap for his country, for Babis Nikagiannis of Sturm Graz, having won 34 youth caps. Here's the corner. Whipped in and powerfully headed away by Fellaini, and then smashed well over the bar by Donis. Fellaini. Dembele. Alderweireld. And Meunier. Again, they work themselves up the pitch, but will a chance follow? Vertonghen. He'll take on the shot. Vertonghen has scored! And that could be the goal.
We're in control of possession. Vertonghen is firmly in control of that finish. Sets himself up with the perfect first touch, and his second touch gets it away. No chance for Kinesis. It's a brilliant driving attempt for the Tongan to give Belgium the lead. Hits it with power. He's aiming for the bottom corner. He's keeping it low. Great technique. Roberto Martinez knows exactly what that goal might mean for Belgium.
Eden Hazard will play the last 20 minutes. Broke his ankle while training with Belgium in June. It's a setback for Greece, obviously, but in terms of that second place ranking as well, draw is much more useful than the defeat for them, even though effectively they wouldn't be able to catch Belgium with a draw. France still 0-0. Switzerland pulling away from Latvia. Portugal now do lead against Hungary. Here come Greece. And a chance, and a volley goal. They are back in the game. It's Zeka. Superbly hit. The delivery was superb. And Zeka, popping up in space, has given life to Greece's hopes of catching Belgium in this group after all.
What a great response from Greece. Not despondent, don't feel sorry for themselves. Got back into the game almost immediately. Good attacking play, get the ball out wide, good cross into the box. Zeka gets away from Carrasco, and it's a smart finish. Certainly not an easy finish. Great cross from Ceballos, and an even better finish from Zeka. Controlled on the volley, into the corner. Courtois makes an attempt, but he's not going to get anywhere near it from that range. See the side foot finish, doesn't panic when the chance came up for him. A controlled volley, used the power off the cross, guided it past Courtois.
Hazard replaces Dembele. So we're effectively back where we were 5 minutes ago. Jan Vertonghen's goal will not be the one to officially send them to the World Cup. Remember, the draw, though, is really good enough for Belgium. Greece must win, even though it won't be official. And it goes Lukaku, and he scored. Well, what a 5 minutes we're having here. It's all turned around again. And the stadium in Piraeus is stunned. Seconds after conceding the equaliser, Lukaku has stolen in. And is he the man to send Belgium to the World Cup? Or is there another twist to come?
It bemoans the fact that Belgium haven't put any crosses into the box for him to attack. The first cross of real quality, and we've seen 2 crosses of real quality in the last couple of minutes. This one is whipped in by Meunier. Lukaku gets away in between the 2 defenders and guides a really good header. It's a classy finish, aerial power from Lukaku, but skillfully headed in, glanced in towards the far post. Belgium back in control again.
And he has a point. It did silence the stadium for a little bit of time. It's his 10th goal in these qualifying matches, Romelu Lukaku. His 4th this week. Skipper is furious. The fourth official comes to pull the Greece boss back. The referee's got his card in his hand. Maniatis is getting hot under the collar. Savelas, the other fullback, has come across. It's Carrasco, just a shove on Zeka.
Yep. The heart rate has gone up, hasn't it? Everyone in the stadium. It wasn't a drastic challenge from Carrasco. No need for the response from Skipper. Feeling the heat down there on the touchline. 1-0 down, thought his team were back in it, and all of a sudden, no time at all. Lukaku gets Belgium ahead again.
So Greece need to respond again. Touched away by Fellaini. He's whipped in low, deflected behind.
It's making for a much better game now that it's totally chaotic, isn't it? Belgium were quite rigid with their tactical setup. Likewise, Greece wanting to be nice and compact. Tony's goal really has opened up this game.
For Tunis. Goalkeeper's favourite, but he hasn't taken it cleanly. Now he has got it. And he gets Belgium quickly attacking with Kevin De Bruyne. To the accompanying whistles, he's travelled most of the length of the pitch. De Bruyne. He's stopped by a brilliant challenge by Maniatis. Donis can't get there. Maniatis has gone flying in, but it's Alderweireld who's got the ball for Belgium.
He was going to foul someone. He chased three players there. Maniatis in an attempt just to put a stop to the attack because he was out of position. See him quickly recovering now, trying to get back into his right back spot.
Just a telling off from the Polish referee.